Hello everyone, and welcome back to my crafting world. This is Anna. Thank you for coming back to part 2 of the Golden Coast mini album. Okay, so yesterday I thought, I have seashells that I'm going to use in this project, but of course they were your standard whitish color. So I thought I would color some in to match. These are it's so hard to, let me see if I can, it is so hard to see, but oh my gosh, I just love how they turned out. I love it. So I did these last night because I couldn't sleep, and so I started, doing a little bit, and I just, I like that. So I made those without your consent. And then, of course, this is the paper pad that we are using. And I've decided what I'm going to do with this page. So where I left off was this page. Okay, so for this page, I am going to put a little side pocket right there. And this is the actual, little mat that I've cut for that. So I am going to adhere that with you guys, and just so you know, I may skip forward on some stuff that is redundant. So let me go ahead and glue this down. It goes there, and then this is going to go in here. Okay, so we're totally done with this page. Right here, we're just going to put some pattern paper on there, and we're good on this page. I think it's got plenty of room for pictures. Now for this page, I've decided I cut some, these aren't it, I did cut some squares. I cut 6 of them. They are 4.5 by 4, and along the 4.5 inch side, I went ahead and scored at 1/2 inch, and this is going to be a small waterfall. We're going to have 3 pictures, or 3 waterfalls on each side. And look guys, this is just slightly different than this, and it'll have to be okay. So I'm going to have to turn this around and work on it upside down, so I can actually see what I'm doing. So I am going to burnish these and then glue them down on both sides. But before I do that, I almost forgot. I am going to make a large flap to cover the waterfall. And I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just burnishing these pages for the waterfall. Okay, the waterfall, of course, the book is upside down. It's going to go like this, okay? But I also cut 2 pages, and I can see the slight difference. These are 7 by 8, okay? So these are going to go right here, okay? But I am going to score 1/2 inch because it's going to be a flap on the 8 inch side. We are going to score it 1/2 inch. And this right here is 65-pound weight paper, and you'll see why in a little bit. I don't want it to be really cardboard, stiff like. So I'm going to take my corner chomper, and I am going to round this corner at the 1/2 inch. So I want big round corners. So like that. And then let me do this one. And we need those corners rounded. So now I am going to go ahead and burnish these as well. Move this a little bit. So I'm going to glue this one down first and the small waterfall under it. Okay. So first I will glue this one down. I guess I could use my tape for this. Okay, flip it back over. So I wonder if I could actually, you know what, let me cut a couple more for each side. Let me cut a couple more for each side. Okay guys, I added 2 more waterfall mats to each page, so it has 5 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the flap that goes right here. So what I decided I was going to do with this is I had cut some strips, and this is again still from my my scraps. This is 7 3/4, just shy of 7 3/4 by, it was it was about 2 inches, you know, once you cut off the one side, punched it. Anyway, so, and I inked the edges. What I am going to do with these is I am going to glue these down right here. Okay. So it's going to be like a pocket, so I'm not going to glue all 4 sides together. I'm just going to do 3 sides. Alright guys, let me show you this flap. I decided was going to hold the waterfall closed. That's what this flap is for, or this little pocket and the flaps. That's why I wanted 65-pound cardstock, because it would, you know, bend a lot easier. So there we go. And these 2 pages are done. Alright, we did this one. We did the 2 waterfall pages. So we need these 2. So we're almost done. We're halfway there, almost. 1, 2.5. Yeah, we're halfway there. So for this page, let me see. So, okay, so sorry guys, my internet was just not cooperating yesterday. So I wasn't able to finish what I had started here. So we left off right here at this page. So for the next page, I did a little bit of prep work because I knew what I wanted to do. So this is going to go this way. This is a tag that I had in my die that I had gotten in February. This is from Graphic 45. It's the regular tag and gears die. I got it back in February in my ASC design team package. So what I did was I cut the die out, and then I cut the full die out, and then I cut it down to 4.5 inches. I scored it at half an inch, and this is going to be my closure right here. I'm going to tie, I want to use something, you know, like, oh, maybe some kind of twine, you know, the natural twine rope type. So this right here is going to open this way, and this is going to be a little booklet that will open this way. Okay, so I still haven't decided if I want to put it down or put the paper first and then this over the paper over this. I don't want it coming up when people, or I could just cut it down. I think I'm going to mat the page first though. That's what I really think I'm going to do. And then for this side, I cut 2 pieces of cardstock, 3.5 by 5. This is going to go right here, and the other one, and then I punched the edge and inked it. And then the other one is going to go right here. And then each little pocket, they're going to be pockets, will have a little insert like that, a little mat. So these little mats are 3.25 by 4.5. So I'm going to put this side down first. So let me get my glue and go ahead and put this side down. So I just need to put glue around the edges and put both of them down. Alright guys, now these little inserts just go, I'm gonna let it dry, but they go in this way, okay? And they're gonna stick out just a little bit, but I'm gonna wait till that dries before I actually put them in there, okay? My coffee. Now, this side, let me cut a mat for this page. What did I say it was, guys? Do you guys remember? 7 3/4 by 7 7/8. I had to write it down. So let me cut this mat. Let me see what page I'm going to use. I've used the floral. Oh, you know what? Oh, this is so pretty. Let's see. Maybe I'll use this one. I'm going to cut this one. Okay guys, I cut my little mat here, 7 3/4 wide by 7 7/8 inch tall. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I realize that I can't glue this down. Okay, so I am going to glue it down, but I can't glue it like on top of the page. So I think what I am going to do is, this is where it goes. And I was trying not to cover the seahorse, and I think that's okay right there. Okay, so I am going to take my X-Acto knife and just cut a slit to where the back panel fits through the paper. That is what I will do. Okay, so let's cut this paper up. Let's hope that I'm not going to, let me make sure that it doesn't have any pencil mark on the side. No, it doesn't. Okay, get my little X-Acto knife, need my coffee. Where are you? Here. And I'm going to go down just a tad on this side. Okay. I don't think I messed it up. My eraser, erase that line. So then this go in here. There we go. All right, and then I would glue that down on this side. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let me grab my glue. Now this goes right here, so let me see where my flaps go. Okay, so that flap goes right there. I'm going to glue this flap down to the actual mat itself. This way. This one. All right, guys, and the whole page goes down this way. This opens up. Oh, darn, the glue seeped out. I'm so mad at that. We'll have to fix it. Okay, so, and this comes out this way. I'm so mad at that. Okay, well, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's already done. So let's continue. We'll cover it up somehow. All right. Go that one. Yep. I didn't even tell you how I put this together. I took 2 sheets of 8.5 by 11, and then I cut it long ways at 4. What is that? I can't see. 4.5 wide, and then I glued them together. Here's the seam. I glued them together, and then I scored at 6 inches 3 times. Yep. 1, 2, 3. So that's what gave me this little booklet. Okay, and this is going to go closed with some twine or something. All right, now these 2 pages are finished. Okay, so that's the way these 2 pages are. Let's go on to the next 2. All right, guys, the next 2 pages are going to be the same, but for these pages we're going to have a belly band right here. So let me work on that. We're going to have a belly band right here on each page, and then we're going to have like a booklet, flip up booklet that's going to go in the belly band. So let me tell you what I've cut. I have cut a piece of, actually I haven't cut it. This is part of my scraps, 2 by 8. Okay, so I am going to score on each side at 1/2 inch. And this is that 110-pound cardstock, so it's kind of hard to score. And then I have 2 more. This is going to be our booklet, and this is 110-pound cardstock. And these are cut at 7.5 by 6. That's my larger one. And then my smaller one looks like 5 1/8 by 7. So I'm going to score these as well. And I'm going to score along the top. Let me move my book just for a second. Okay. Now we've already got that scored. We're going to score both of these along the top at the 1/2 inch line. So we 1/2 inch, here we go. 1/2 inch. And then this one as well along the top at 1/2 inch. Oh, okay, let's do it this way. Okay, now I can go up 1/2 inch. Alrighty. Now we are going to fold our score line. Okay, then we're going to glue these two together this way. So let me get some glue on there. I'm sorry. That is our booklet. It's good for a really big picture there. Okay. You know, I don't know why I put this on there, because I was going to glue it onto the page and I decided to make it a booklet. So we actually don't need this part. So I'm going to take my scissors and just cut it off, because it is a booklet now. It is not going to be glued directly onto that page. Okay, there we go. So now it's a booklet, okay? So let me, this doesn't look quite straight. There we go. All right, we are good to go on that. And I'm wondering if I should, you know what? I am going to go ahead and punch the edge on this one. Ah, looks pretty. So that is our little booklet. Now our page, remember they're both going to be the same. So I'm going to punch this one as well. All right. You know what? Let me trim these edges. All right. So this is our booklet. So as you see, it doesn't go all the way across the page. So I went ahead and cut my mat to put under here, because it's not going to go all the way across. Okay. So I went ahead and cut this gorgeous page. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Love it. So let me glue this down. My page is down. Now let me glue my belly band. Now our mat goes in this way. Great. Okay, so I'm going to do the same on the other page, but I did want to show you that that really bothered me. So I went ahead and covered it, and I just inked the shell a little bit just to make it try to blend in. And yeah, so that really bugged me, because I thought I was going to do the whole page over. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. And I'm going to do the other page just like this one. All right, guys, here are the two pages. And I like that. I can even add another, you know, another one on top, but we'll see if that's going to happen. So we've got these. And then there's this page, does have a magnet. And this page opens up, and here's the first one. All right, so we are now working on this last page. The covers I'm gonna leave for last, of course. So let me see what we're gonna do with that. Okay guys, for this last page, what we are going to do is I had one last strip of cardstock that measured 2 3/4 by 7 3/8. All I did, guys, was I scored the top to make it into a flap. I punched the edge, added some ink to it. That's gonna go right here. And then I cut another one that is 6.5 by 7 3/8. And all I did was score the 1/2 inch from one end. And this is going to become a flap. Okay. I'm not going to edge punch this one. So this flap is going to go right here. And then this one is going to go on the top this way. And I am going to put some Velcro on there. Okay, so it'll stay closed. So let me go ahead and glue this down. And this scrap is from 110-pound cardstock. So guys, I'm gonna turn my book around so I can actually try to line it up this way. Okay. So let me go about 1/4 inch, and maybe just a little bit more, about 1/2 inch maybe. Get it over here to the edge. What is this? This is actually 3/8 of an inch, so I'll have to do that at the bottom as well. Okay, so there's this one, and this is going to go down right here, and about right there. It's a little too high. All right, guys, there is that pocket. So now the fun begins. I am just going to start covering this, matting it and all that good stuff. So, I mean, you know what matting looks like, so I don't feel like I need to bring you along for that part.